Welcome, Harold.
SEIU, Superintendent Allison, President Fuller, members of the board. Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. I'm here today just to give you a very brief report of some of the things that we're doing in this very, very stressful situation. I know it's been stressful and tiring and for all the staff at USD 259 and for myself as well. But I wanted to give you sort of some of the good things that have come out of this. Last time that we met, I talked about the Walk a Mile in My Shoes that the Invisible Kansans march at Sedgwick County Park. We had 20 classified staff, SEIU members, who walked with that group. That later paid off, I think. This past weekend, one of the things that we've done is we have as an organization been working very hard to talk to our legislators about the situation, the budget crisis, and the terrible impact that's having and potentially can have here in the city of Wichita on our public schools and our social service agencies. This past Saturday, the legislature had a forum, and we sent a letter to all of our classified staff, and we did some targeted callings, and we were able to get a pretty good turnout, and we got some news media. But what I think is even more important were some of the connections that we were able to make. At that rally, and I think it was directly, I shouldn't call it a rally, at that legislative forum, and before it started, and directly as a result of some of our efforts, there were people there from senior service. You might know them more for the silver-haired legislature or the Meals on Wheels program. They came to that forum. We asked them to, and a number of their clients and staff showed up. The ARC, which is a developmentally disabled organization, attended. We also were able to make contact with students at WSU in the education program out there, and they helped us tremendously. In fact, they came in and staffed phones in our office when we were making phone calls to encourage people to come and express themselves at this public forum. So it was really very exciting, and for those of you that maybe only knew it from the news coverage, some of the signs that our folks carried were 1 penny for education, don't hurt kids, no education equals no future, and save our schools. Many wore, as we encouraged them to, many wore items of clothing that identified them with the schools where they work or they volunteer. And of course, some of them wore union T-shirts. I'd suggested that they should wear where they work, but they wore their union T-shirts. I really couldn't object too much to that. I do want to say that we do have some plans for the future. This was just the beginning. We are going to be doing additional mailings, and we're going to be educating classified staff about how they can contact their legislators and who their legislators are so that they can express their viewpoints on this. And we are also going to motivate them very strongly to do that, as well as providing them with the information to make that possible. That's about as much as we can do. We think that over the next couple of weeks, some decisions are going to be made in Topeka. I did hear some good things on Saturday. It does look like we are not going to face the incredible catastrophe that it appeared that we would face initially. But I think that we all know that we haven't seen the worst yet in terms of the impact here on our school district. So we're just as motivated and working just as hard as we can to do this. And it is our #1 priority as a union right now, is to make some kind of contact with our legislators and convince them of the importance of education and funding our social services.
Thank you, Harold. Next item on